It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Great game in store for y'all. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. It's week 2 of this NFL season. A couple of teams feeling good, Greg. Victory in the season opener, and that gives you just great momentum off the schneid to start the season. Now, what's ahead for these guys?
Going into week 1 was always kind of an interesting deal, Mike, and I always felt as a player, you prepare months for week 1, and then you prepare 7 days for week 2. It's kind of a very interesting thing, and here you have both teams 1-0, gotten off to a great start. Now you only got a week to turn the page, and you want to get into a normal rhythm week to week of what is a long NFL season. The better you start, the better it makes the end of the year, and you find yourself in that playoff hunt. You want to get these early September games.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. On the give, it's Harris. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. This one complete to Campbell. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
They face 2nd down and 7. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. From out of the gun, he'll throw.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. It's a gain of 12 there. That's enough for a first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Down the right sideline. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. And that will be a first down. Back to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Slot man in motion right. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This one from 41 yards out. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And his guys will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready now for their 2nd drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Dillon. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Second down and 8. Throwing now from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Looking for Campbell. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. They motion the slot man left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. That is caught by the tight end.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The whole team's offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll run. And he will get into the end zone. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. He'll tuck it and take off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
They send him right out of the slot. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. To the right side here, pass is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw again. His throw left side is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. That is caught at the 3. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here. It is an 8-point game. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it. Here now, third and 5. Slot man in motion left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here. Second and a yard. He'll look to throw. Quick throw. Taken in. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They motion the slot man left. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up here. It is complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting him to the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the 11-yard line.
Slot man in motion left. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now, faking the give. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
They're all set to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
A 4-yard loss.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. He's going to keep it himself. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Result is a 1st down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12. And a first down.
To the air now on first and 10.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game. Wow, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Back to the air one more time. He gets this into the big paws of his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Got a man here. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The defense has it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Down at his own 6-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's a first down. And it will be a gain of 8. He'll turn and hand this one off. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. A quick throw right side. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punting unit will come on. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to... in trouble, and down he goes.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's that man again, another catch. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The defense has got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Dillon. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. On the handoff, it's Harris. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll drop to throw. Going up top. That is brought in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, in my house, Mike, my kids call that a dot. And I don't think he could have walked out there and handed it to him any better. And everyone wants to talk about arm talent and how far can you throw it. But in the NFL, if you want to play quarterback, accuracy is the #1 quality a quarterback has to have.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. The defense holds, stopping the 2-point conversion in the final minute, and this remains a 2-point game. The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.